All right. It's nice and quiet out here. I am in the Coconino National Forest up in a place called Happy Jack. And we actually got some deer and elk over here. And this is in Arizona. They're in the tree line over here. I just don't know if we'll be able to actually see them or not, but we are going to try and get a little closer. Pretty much everybody else I'm camping with is taking a nap right now. We were up pretty late last night. I tried to go live and no internet. But if you guys can actually hear me, let me know in the content or comments down below on whether or not you guys can actually hear me. I don't have a mic other than what's on the phone itself. Didn't really plan on doing a live. I planned on getting away, relaxing from work. We're kind of taking a little bit of a walk away from camp into the woods here. Oh yeah, they're running across the road down here. Not quite sure it'll let me turn my camera around, but we'll try. Let's see. There we go. Sweet, you can hear me, Thompson. There you go. If you guys can see in the distance there, we got some wildlife running through the camp area here. It's actually just outside of my camp area. They're like stopping and giving me the look. Oh, now they're taking off. There they go. All right. We caught some deer. All right, let me see if I can get this turned back around again. I'm using the StreamYard app for this. And we're seeing if we can get, let's see here. You guys got me back. All right. So I'm doing it from my phone. We did a little bit of playing with some of the RCs up here this morning. I didn't really bring any of my bashers with me. We brought our 3 base camps. We brought a couple of our micro crawlers. And then we brought our 2 FMS smashers. Now I got to tell you about them smashers. Those things freaking out of the box, no upgrades. They just keep going. I haven't broke anything on them. They last about 35 minutes on the battery, and then I got to throw them on charge again. But I'm gonna definitely have to figure out about getting some more batteries for those things, because between my wife, myself, and my son playing with them, they just burn really quick, and then you're sitting around twiddling your thumbs waiting to play with them again. But highly recommended. Let's see. I don't even know how many people are in the chat here. It looks like maybe, I guess just 1. Oh, no, that shows 3 in the chat. But yeah, I needed a vacation. I needed a break. I took a couple of days off from work, and we got out of Phoenix area and went north, do a little camping, because I love camping. I got a trailer. I don't do tent camping too much anymore. Just do some trailer camping. You can see we're back in the woods over here, just off of the main road. You need to pick up some 4S batteries. With the brands that I've been buying, I don't really have a particular like go-to brand that I like. I've tried Z batteries. I've tried the RC lipo batteries, which are my basher batteries that I have. And then I've got a lot of the Ovonics ones, and I kind of like those, but I haven't really found that one battery brand that is like the one that I'm going to just stick with forever. When it comes down to the batteries and stuff like that, I really don't want to spend like a crap load of money on batteries. I just want batteries that are going to last the season. Hey, Sam, I see you're in there. I don't really, I'm out camping in the middle of the woods. I did not bring anything with me, so I don't have gloves that I can put on for you, sir. I apologize for that. I am kind of excited about Venom batteries being back out there again. I did pick up some Venom batteries for my SCX24, and I ran one pack. It's the first time I ran one. I ran one pack through my green comp build this morning, and I think it went pretty good. So I'm definitely going to start looking at some of their batteries. I know back in the day, those were some a good battery company to go with. Now, I don't think it's the same, complete people that are doing it, but it was definitely a good brand. So I'm going to be checking that out again too. What's up, Jeremy T? Welcome into the chat. Thank you for stopping by. See, we'll venture in and I'll show you guys our campsite. Looks like my buddy Jamie is out doing something. So I do have a group of friends that I go camping with. I've known them all for almost 8 years now. And it's my buddy Jamie, and everybody calls him Wrench. He likes to work on things, but we're going to go see what he's doing. I don't know if he's YouTube ready yet, but he might get forced onto camera here in a second. What are you doing? Please leave. I took a nap too. You want to say hi to everybody on YouTube? Everybody on YouTube? All right. Yeah, Northern Arizona is awesome, guys. We're in the Coconino National Forest. It's definitely out of the heat. No cactus and a lot of trees. All right, we'll get away from him. I think he's camera shy. I got a case of water right there. So if you guys followed me last year, I bought it what's called a Trail Manor camper, and see if you guys can see it, but it's set up right there. It fits right in the back of my my property on the side of my RV gate. It's HOA friendly, so it collapses all down. So it's kind of like having a tent trailer without it being a tent. A lot more roomy inside. And Jamie liked mine so much, so he bought one for himself. He got the bigger model though. He got the 3124, which is basically when it's extended out, it's 31 feet. Mine's only a 30-footer. And really the difference that with his is he's got a king size bed in the back, and I've got a queen size bed in the back of mine. So yeah, I was going to try to do a live last night for you guys, but with all the music playing, it probably wouldn't have been good for my YouTube analytics. And but we were doing a lot of drinking though. That would have probably been interesting on YouTube. It was nice and loud, and a lot of shots were being taken. We brought out our new German Shepherd puppy with us, and I think he's having a blast out here. So having two German Shepherds living in the house and then bringing them out to the forest, it's a whole nother animal. They enjoy their life out here in the woods. Let's see, what did Madness? What are you saying? What is the price difference for the extra foot of bed? So trail manners are kind of like buying a Toyota. You know, they hold their value very, very good. Mine is a 2009, and I paid about $11,000 for mine last year. Jamie's is a 2013, I think it is. Yeah, it's a 2013. But to even find these trail manners is ridiculous. Like he had to travel all the way to the East Valley, which was probably about an hour drive for him. And then the next closest one that he was looking at was in New Mexico. So he ended up paying about 15 grand for his, but his is newer. Pretty much on the inside, they look identical. Other than the fact that you get back towards where the bed is and you can see that the bed's bigger. Yeah. So, I mean, you can find them. We found some that were outside of Arizona area that were probably right around 10, 12,000. But, taking the trip to go look at a trailer that you're not pretty sure whether or not you're going to buy, that's a trip. I mean, pictures really don't do them justice until you actually physically see one. The only downside of having this style of trailer is you have a recirculating toilet, so you don't have a black water tank, so it's like an old school RV toilet. And with having that toilet, it basically holds everything in the bottom. So that's really the only downside to having these style of trailers, but doesn't bother me. But Jamie still sets up his poop tent, so. Nah, 15K isn't bad. To buy them brand new, they're selling for like $45,000 for like the base models. And from what you see in the newer models, and then looking at what we bought, it's, you get some newer stuff, and some of the bigger ones have like dual refrigerators and all that stuff. But I can tell you what, for all the camping I do and taking all my kids camping and all that stuff, I haven't really seen a need for the additional refrigerator. We still bring all of our drinks in a cooler with, packed with ice, and then put all of our food in the refrigerator. But I didn't really see a really need to have the extra refrigerator. So we saved the money on that and just picked up a used model that had just the single counter with the refrigerator in it. Oh, your son builds Jayco RVs. That's cool. That's not an industry I've ever thought about getting into. But somebody's got to build these things, and not to mention, I can tow this with my wife's 4Runner. It's fully loaded. I want to say it's about, even with all the stuff that I put in it, we're probably sitting at about, a little over 4,000 pounds, maybe 4,200 pounds. And it pulls up the hills out here perfectly fine. Jamie doesn't notice his because he's got a Dodge Ram 1500, and he pulls his perfectly fine. He's still surprised we can pull ours with the 4Runner. Oh, that's all they do in Southwest Michigan is nothing but RV plants up there building RVs, huh? Yeah, it looks like everybody's waking up from their naps, and Jamie's working on some 2A stuff over here. We have some more friends that are still in the trailer. Angelo and actually Jamie's sister Diana, and also Jamie's wife's also in there, Rebecca, but they're not out of their trailer yet. They were all out this morning. I think I went to bed just before 2:00 and in the morning, and they still stayed up for about another hour and a half after I went to bed, and then we were all up at like, what was it, 7:00 this morning? Yeah, we were all up at like 7 a.m. Gathered around the coffee pot trying to get some coffee down us. Well, I didn't plan on going live for a long time, guys. I'm probably only going to do about 30 minutes, so we got about another 12 minutes, and then I'm probably going to exit out of this. What's up, Fonzie RC? How's everything out there in the UK? Fonzie RC, I am out in the Coconino National Forest in northern Arizona. I had to get away from the cactus and surround myself with some pine trees. And if you guys go back and look a little earlier in this video, we actually saw some deer roll through, and you might have been able to catch it. I got the camera turned around and you could see them, but yeah, we had some deer roll through up here. Not a lot of people know about the area we're currently in because when you enter it, it is gated. So it's got a gate down at the end, but it just tells you that, you're welcome to come in, but you got to close the gate behind you because they try to keep some of the wildlife in this area because there's a main road highway out there, and they don't want that. They don't want them darting out into the highway. But so far, besides, crickets and grasshoppers and an occasional spider freaking out my son, that you guys were here for the live to see the actual the group of deer that rolled through. I'll have to go back and pause to see if I can see what their tails looked like on what type of deer it was, but yes, Fonzie, pine trees are a lot better than cactus. It only took us it's only about a 2-hour drive away from us to get up into here. Like basically we can get, if you go 2 hours south of us, you're actually about 2.5 hours south of us, you can get into the Mexican border and hit the beach. And then you go about 2 hours north and you can come up here into the woods. Like this time of year, it's nice and cool up here. Temperatures in the 70s. And then at night, it's been getting down into the 50s. Tonight, it's supposed to be actually a low of 49, but we'll see. We'll see how cold it gets tonight. Well, still a far drive, I guess, but not necessarily for us. I mean, we used to go camping way up farther north, which was like 3.5 hour drive for us. And then we decided to start coming down into this area because it was a little closer. Still had the same trees. And at the time that we changed to come in camping here about 2 years ago, they were having a lot of fires up north in the Heber area. And that's in the Tonto National Forest. So we have quite a few different national forests out here. But we get the same temperatures and everything. And about around December time frame that we get snow up here, so we can come up here and hit the snow. Oh, it looks like my puppy dogs are out of the trailer. Come here, Remy. You want to say hi to everybody? Yeah. That's Remy dog right there. And then there's Buddy back there. Buddy. Come on. There's Buddy dog. That's the puppy. He's 2 years old, and I think Remy is 4 years old. But they have a blast out here. Ugh. We found a lot of rock out here that we're probably gonna pile some rocks up, and I'll probably do a little bit of a video and post a video about doing some micro crawling out here. I did break my base camp this morning. Went on a walk with the dogs, and me and my son took our base camps, and we headed down right past where I showed you guys the deer earlier. And there was a tree log out there that was it had fallen down, and a little bit on the petrified side, it was falling apart. So I decided I was going to climb up on it with my base camp, and it got kind of straddled across one end of the bark where it was falling apart, and it snagged my panhard bar and snapped it. Not the bar itself, but it snapped the little peg that attaches to the front axle. And that's a weak point on the base camps. It's actually the second time I've broke that panhard bar. The first time I broke it, I sent it off the send it ramp at the AZRC Bashers, and it went up about, 15 feet in the air, came down, and just, it's not a basher, it's a crawler, trail truck. And I was being stupid, and when it hit, it snapped that plastic piece right off. So I'm gonna have to find a better option for that. Other than that, I love the truck. I'm a really huge fan of the base camp. So I'm not gonna get rid of it, but we're gonna do some upgrades on it and see if we can fix this panhard issue that I have. I got the off of the chassis itself. I fixed that one. That used to be a plastic piece, but I have Rock Pirate RC's shock towers on it, and it has a little attachment on that comes off the bottom of it that you hook the chassis side of your panhard to. So I got that taken care of. It's just the other weak point is off of the axle, and you have plastic axles. So I know that there's some aftermarket stuff. We'll look into that and see if we can find an aftermarket axle housing, or I don't know, might end up having to change my axles out completely. We will see. Backwoods Boys Small Engines, welcome in, brother. How's everything going with you? Yes, Fonzie, it always happens when you're having fun. And of course I was having fun with it. I was trying to get a good YouTube short out of it, but I never really got any good footage. So I might be able to get a quick little crawl up on it before I snap the panhard, but we'll see. We'll see what I can come up with out of that footage. JDRC, welcome in, brother. How are you? How have you been? Do have to say, living in the city, and even though I live in the outskirts of Phoenix, it's not as bad, but coming out here. I can hear a little bit of wind noise through the trees. And we're about a half a mile from the main road up here. So I can still hear a little bit of the traffic going there. But tell you what, about 6 o'clock at night, when the sun went down last night, it was pure quietness out here. And, there's no street lights. The only lights we had was coming from our campsite, sitting around our campfire, having a good time. Let's see here, Fonzie. Yeah, so Fonzie, I actually was playing with it and I have my phone in my back pocket. I didn't bring any of my camera stuff with me. That's not what the trip was for, but I don't really do anything without bringing at least one RC with me. And if I had the wife and the kids, I bring one at least for them. And so that's why we only brought the base camps, a couple of our little mini crawlers, and then the two FMS smashers, and we got those. And I just saw this, and I crawled over it the first time, and it was like, that would make a good YouTube short. And so I pulled my phone out and got all set up. Now I'm not driving two-handed, I'm driving one-handed and I was actually trying out, I got a new Radio Link RC8X controller that I've been trying out. And if you guys haven't checked out that controller, or even the RC6, great, both of them great controllers, super lightweight. And I kind of kicked myself in the butt for buying the Fly Sky Nobles with the cost of them. I could have, for the cost that I spent on the Nobles, I could have bought two of these RC8Xs. And this controller it's awesome. I'm going to figure out how to get the FPV camera working on it. I don't have a camera for it yet, but you can link it up to pretty much any camera, and it displays right on your screen on the controller. So I want to get that up and running so I can get some FPV footage recorded onto it. And it records all the video and stuff. You can record right onto the little micro SD card. See, I'm missing some comments here. That's awesome. Can't beat a nice quiet place. I'm just in the outskirts of London myself. I know exactly how it feels. Yep. Backing up here, I missed some stuff. Backwoods, I'm doing awesome. I'm enjoying my vacation. Couldn't be happier. Nothing like hanging out with some good people, having a good time, and then finding some time to play with my RCs. Which, by the way, none of my friends, they kind of shake their head when I break out my RCs. So, but you know what? I just ignore them. They understand it's my hobby. Let's see. Nitro Freak's still in here. What else do we got? All right, just people saying hi to each other. All right. Well, I just wanted to do like a little quick live out here in the campsite. I was talking in Nitro Freak's Discord last night about trying to go live. We just had some issues with my internet signal. And my wife had great internet on her phone, but she was playing music and everybody was enjoying it and having a good time. Nobody wanted to cut the music off. So I said, well, I'll try to figure out a time to do it. And then after our night of drinking, I woke up this morning and needed some coffee. And then I got into playing with the RCs and totally forgot about doing the live. Lay down, took about an hour and a half nap, and woke up and everybody was still asleep, taking their naps. And so I was like, I'm just going to go live and see what happens. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, please, and hit that notification bell. I'm going to go back to enjoying my vacation. I hope you guys are having a great weekend yourself. And I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm Stitch, SK Hobbies AZ, and I'm out.